After spending months playing around with clay and making all kinds of random stuff, I thought, why not try making my own art toy out of clay? The idea came from my recent art style, a girl with giant shoes and no neck. So I did a quick sketch of what I wanted to make, the big shoes girl holding a giant lollipop. Now, let's try to bring her to life. I'm starting with what I've got. I had dry clay from Dozen and some basic tools. This clay is packaged with a thin plastic wrap inside. If you're using this brand, try peeling it open slowly. The plastic can rip and little pieces might stick to your clay, which might ruin your sculpture later. First, I took a piece of clay about the size of a small rock and rolled it into a ball using my hands. Then I gently pinched the middle to create two sections, one for the head and one for the body. On the body, I added a vertical line to suggest the arms and a horizontal line to represent the legs. Then I pressed down a little more and evened it out. For the face, I shaped a small circle on the front of the head, and I added a line on the back to show the folds of the robe. Doesn't this look like the idea we are going for? It's looking cuter than I expected. After that, I used a bit of water to soften the clay so I could easily smooth out the uneven parts. Then I remembered to add a hood for the robe, so I added a line above the bangs and I smoothed it out again. Then I adjusted the proportion by tapering the neck into a cone shape, which made the body look smaller compared to the head. And I remembered I wanted to add a big lollipop, so I made a little space around the belly area, where I'll attach the lollipop sticks later. Then I shaped the shoes to be round and smooth, almost like pins. This is one of the signature styles in my clay figures, giant shoes and a chubby necklace body. This is what our art toy looks like so far. It's not the final result yet, since I'll be smoothing out the surface later with sandpaper. Next, I grabbed another piece of clay to make the lollipop. I formed a round shape for the candy part and flattening it gently. And I created a long thin shape for the stick. Then I touched them together. After that, I drew a spiral line on the candy. I started from the center and carefully worked my way outward, making sure the curve was even all the way around. Then I attached the lollipop to the belly area. To help it stay in place and stand upright while it dried, I used my pen bottles as a support to hold it steady and maintain the position. Then I added a small piece of clay behind the hands, as if she is gently gripping it, but kept checking on it from time to time to make sure the lollipop didn't fall out of position or came loose from the support. After that, I let everything dry. And here we are after the clay dried. I already sanded the surface using sandpaper to smooth everything out. I also made a few small adjustments to the lollipop to make it look puffier and more candy-like. I had a few more ideas I wanted to try, like adding sprinkles to the lollipop. Before that, I softened the surface slightly with water so the new pieces would stick better. Then I made a few different sprinkle shapes like stripe, crescent moon, and tiny heart, and then I attached them one by one. I also wanted to add bows on the shoulders. First, I placed small clay balls on each shoulder area as a base. Don't forget to apply water before and after touching. Then I sculpted two tiny bows. It was a bit tricky because the clay cracked easily, so I had to be very careful while shaping them. After that, I carefully attached them to both sides of the bowl. This is how it looks after everything dried. A chunky girl in oversized shoes rocking a sprinkle lollipop. Don't miss the next video. I'll take you through the whole painting process, including how I choose colors, what tools I use, and the finished piece.